get you stocks that will set the charts on fire, and we've got Kunal Bothra joining in for just that. Kunal, what's the top chart?
So Avan, it's on ABFRL, the stock which has been in the thick of news flow over the last couple of weeks, and the recent charts indicate that the stock went to at least a 40% correction. So from this level of 350 approximately in second half of 2022, the stock fell sharply almost in a matter of lower highs and lower lows in a matter of I think 6 or 8 months. Fell back towards the 200 mark or sub 200 levels. Now, interestingly, in this zone of sub 200 levels, there are two changes which have happened for ABFRL chart. One is that the indicators have started to show signs of bottoming out. As you can see that the lows over here for indicators is on the, this low is much higher than the low which was created for ABFRL, and the stock has formed what we call it as a bullish RSI divergence. So pricing making new low, but the indicators making a higher low. That's the first sign of a bottom formation for ABFRL. And the second, the most important part is the volumes over here for ABFRL. The volumes are starkly strong as well as different than the volumes we've seen for the entire sell-off for ABFRL from the 2022 highs. This indicates that possibly a major bottom could be at place for ABFRL, and this 200 zone could be a good zone for traders who have a medium-term time frame to start to go long into the stock price. If this pattern plays out, we could expect the stock to at least come back towards 250 over the very near term. So a good risk-reward trade for ABFRL for traders who have a medium-term time frame.
Okay, there you have it. That's the view coming in on ABFRL. But let's also, Kunal, get in your top stock recommendations.
That'll be buy on two, large cap names. The first one is buy on UPL, the stock coming back into the swing pattern breakout on the hourly chart. So buy with a target of 720, stop loss at 680. And the second would be a buy on M&M, a stock which we flagged off in the morning. Targets remain at 1440, stop loss at 1370.
Okay, let's go to Nooresh as well and find out what the chartbuster is that he's spotting right now. Nooresh?
So looking at a contra buy here on HDFC Bank. Now, if you look at HDFC Bank over the last 2 years, it has made multiple attempts to cross that 1700, 1730 mark. After the merger announcement, the stocks had seen a spike to 1700 levels, then went all the way down to 1300. And over the last few months, all the spikes have happened due to either a MSCI possibility of reject, etc. So the last time we saw a spike was at 1550 to 1630. Then went up to 1730 levels also, and now we are back to 1600 levels. So the base is clear. The bottom is around 1500, 1550, which is a strong support zone, which was also a small breakout. So out here at 1600 to 1550, it becomes a contra buy for a defensive investor looking at a view of say 6 to 12 months, wherein eventually a trigger plays out. And in that case, the stock could go back to 1750 to 2000 levels. So an accumulated 1550 to 1610 and a stop loss to be placed at 1530.
And Nooresh, what stocks would you recommend right now to trade?
So first is a buy on ACC, which is giving a small breakout here. And the whole cement pack looks interesting. ACC has been the biggest underperformer. A stop loss at 1830 and a target price of 2000. Second is on a buy on UPL, which is a short-term reversal. Stop loss at 688 and a target price of 730.
Okay, those are some stock ideas coming in from Nooresh. Nooresh, we'll see you again later in the day. Let's take a very quick break, and as we